What's going on, guys? Welcome back to NolanTCG, and we're here with the nicest man in Yu-Gi-Oh, Luke. And what are you playing?
I'm playing Infernobles.
Okay, so you're going to take us through a bit of a profile, because I definitely don't own this deck myself, so we figured we'd get on a guest to take us through a deck profile on this Wednesday, so we got a special one. If the ban list drops, are we cutting? Gonna have to drop the smoke grenade?
Well, it depends on what they hit. If they hit the synchro package, then I don't know if this deck's going to survive. If they hit Smoke Grenade, it's still playable with the synchro package. So it just depends on what they hit.
Okay, so
and if they hit anything at all. So
if the ban list goes up, just take this video as a fun thing.
This is free, like, September ban list.
We've got 3 days to dodge a ban list here. But
pretty much, yes.
Take us through the profile on this one.
Okay, so we'll do the main deck first. Before we start, shout outs to Shuckle. So for the main kind of like normal summons, we play the connector package. So obviously free connector, 1 dolphin. Probably the best normal summon in the deck, really. Even normal summoning dolphin's really good because you can still whip a card out, and you can still extend through it, like just summon the dolphin. You don't play Sublimation Knight anymore because connector just is real. It's just better. People know why. And it doesn't die to ogre. So Infernobles we play 3 Renard. This card's just insane. You have to play it at 3. You can play it at 2. Like, it is playable at 2, but 3 is just it's just so much playing at 3. So basically what this card does, you control Fire Warrior, you just special summon to the field, and then you add back an Equip or Fire Warrior from Gable Banished, and then you can keep going. So you can add back Gearfried, you can add back Durandal, you can, yeah, it's really good. And then again, so you play the 3 Oliver. You want to play this as 3 as well because you want to maximize seeing this. Even though you can search it, you do want to open it because if your Soul Day gets stopped, you can discard an Equip or Fire Warrior from your hand, or I believe it's from field as well, to summon itself, because then you can just go in your normal link cross plays and continue on. So yeah, just for consistency, play 3. And then for your one-off Infernobles, you play the 1 Astolfo and the 1 Ogier. Only play 1 of this because you don't really want to open it, you just want to search it later. Like, you can search it with a Soul for follow-up plays. Same with Ogier, you just search it when you need it. So Astolfo, you just banish a Fire Warrior from the grave, special summon itself. Ogier dumps an Equip or Fire Warrior, which is really good because you can, like, this and Renard is a really good combo to play around Nibiru. But there are other ways to do it now. So one's fine. Like, you don't need to play more than 1, but you can play 2. But
are you just not playing the other Ultra Out of Tune Chaos?
Which one? Sorry.
The other ultra rare.
Mini Roland.
Yeah.
You can play, like, if you were, it'd only be a one-off. So you could play, you know, like these 2 and then the mini Roland.
Yep.
But the only thing with that is, like, it's got a good effect, but going first, it doesn't play through hand traps as well. It doesn't like let you extend. All it does, it quick effect equips to your Fire Warrior and gives it like 500 attack.
Okay.
So it doesn't let you kind of play for anything. So you don't really want to open it. And then extenders, so play the 3 Firefen Lady. 3, I really like having it 3. You can play it at 2, but it's also good. You can also, like, always side 1 out. But 3 is really good because it's a lot better than Renard in a way that you only need to control a warrior. Yep. So it's just a free extender. So if Soldier gets ashed or something, you can just, like, on the first on search effect, you just you can just summon this and make a second one if, you know, they stop your plays or whatever. That's only if they stop the second effect as well. So obviously you use the second effect because that's the main one you want to go off. But it's just a really good extender. You just need to control warrior. Like, it's so good. So I'll definitely play 3. And then I play 2 Gearfried. So I know the decks kind of fluctuate with ratios with this, but I really like playing it 2 because, like, you want to see it, but you don't want to see it too often. You can use it to bait out stuff, or you can use it to take care of problematic monsters. Like, I use it today to clear a Dragoon, because its effect to steal is non-targeting. So basically what it does, when you declare attack on the damage step, it equips any monster your opponent controls, any face-up monster your opponent controls to this card, maximum of 1, gives it 500 attack, and then it's basically it's a monster negate when it sends any equip. Okay. So it's really good to just really good. So it's basically a ball load, pretty much, which is really good. So, and worst case, you can search it with the Synchro and a Soul Day, so you don't really need 3. And then the red layer for the Tatsunoko player, I don't know how to pronounce it really good.
I can never pronounce it either.
Yeah, it's hard to pronounce. So I would be playing 2, but I traded 2 commons to get the Ultra, and my other Ultra is in the mail. So no. So yeah, this would be 2 if I had the second one. It's really good to open because you can just special summon it. You control no monsters. It's like pretty solid. And there was a play once where I did like this. I had this in Connector and Dolphin, and I was able to rip out like cards, obviously that were 2,000. Like it helps rip out like stronger monsters out of your friend's hand, which is good. Only like main like monster hand traps or hand traps in general that I play. I just play the Gamma package. Just Gamma, like everyone knows Gamma is really good to play right now. We don't need to explain that too much, but yeah. So Gamma is really good. So the tuners, just the one-off tuners. I play the one Gemba, just because it's a tuner and it's a Fire Warrior. I probably don't need to explain that too much. And then Jet, and then O-Line. These don't need any explanation at all. They're just purely for the combo. So that's it for the monsters. And then for the spells, I play the 3 Durendal. So basically, just add you any level 5 or lower Fire Warrior, which is just, it's so good to extend through. Add it back off Renard, like it's honestly probably one of your best cards in your deck to extend through stuff. It does have a second effect where, you know, the monster equipped if it's sent to the graveyard, you can like add it back or like add this back or something, or add a Fire Warrior from your grave back to your hand. So that doesn't come up too much because you just pop it. Like you search, pop it, and then you add it back later to just continue searching. So the second effect doesn't come up. I've never really used it, but it's still really good. And then for like search cards, I play the 3 Herds of the Chalice. This searches any Noble Knight or equip spell, so it's basically just consistency. And then with that as well, I play the 1 Rotor. Again, just consistency, like pretty much. So you don't really need to explain that too much. And then for the we'll just go for one off the mid-breaker field because it's at 1. You can only play 1. This is actually really good, so it stops them from targeting, destroying your cards during your main phase 1, so you can't just go about your plays kind of freely. That's pretty good. I have thought about playing the Terror with it, but I was like, it's not really worth it. You see it. If you don't, you don't.
It's good for Dragoon as well.
Yeah, it's good. It's actually really good for Dragoon. So today I used it to out Dragoon. So they were able to negate like my soul, but they couldn't destroy it, which helped me like push through and like make a second one and just basically full combo from there. So like it's really good. For the one-off equip spells, play the Living Fossil, just Reborn. The Phoenix Blade and the Smoke Grenade. This card is most likely going to get hit. Phoenix Blade might get hit as well, depending. So OCG's had it banned for a while. But yeah, so I've been thinking of playing like another one because there are times where I've always needed the 4th, like I've already had it, because you need 4 like different names.
Yeah.
But there are different ways. Like there's combos where you send 1 for Renard, combos where you send 2 for Gemba, and combos where you send 4 for Oliver. So you just kind of adapt to like what you need.
Depending how the ban list goes, you can shape it as you will.
Depending on what the ban list goes as well, this might get hit. But yeah, Smoke Grenade, everyone knows what it does. You know, rips cards, and everyone kind of knows what these do. Because they're just, you know, just a Soul Day target, so pretty standard. And then I play the 3 Core Buy. And then I play the 2 Triple Tactics Talent. So the reason I played 3-2, I was playing Infinite Impermanence over this, but I felt like obviously my deck really wants to go first, so I maximize on, you know, being able to like push through as many hand traps as possible, as well as doing the combo.
Yeah.
So Core Buys felt was really a lot stronger than Infinite Permanence, and then having both, I just feel like is really strong. So the 3-2 ratio also kind of works with what I have in the side. I'm not sure if I'm strong on this side, but it just works well with like ratios wise.
Yeah. So
ratios, this is like my like it's just good at the moment. So that's it for the main deck. I don't really know. I think it's like 41, 42. I'm not exactly sure. So moving on the extra deck, you play 2 Assault, which is like insanely standard. Everyone knows what Assault does. If you need the 3rd or you're playing the 3rd, you're just playing the deck wrong. So you really like if the 3rd ever comes up, then you just playing wrong. You only need 2. And that's it. So everyone knows, that's pretty self-explanatory. For the kind of synchro package, for links, play the Needle Fiber, the Link Cross, and the Aurodon. Again, everyone knows what these cards do. They're just absolutely broken. So if any of these get hit, depending on what gets hit, the deck might still somewhat survive, but it won't be as powerful as it is right now. But yeah, I don't really need to explain these. Like, everyone knows what they do. They're pretty good. And then I'll get into just the rest of the links. So I play the one access code talker as well. This is really good because you usually still end on Auroradon in your first board. So you got your Savage Dragon, your Synchro, and then Auroradon. So if they don't break your board, you can just summon any monster, go into this, give it a 3000 attack buff, and then just basically game. So if they don't break your board, you're winning that. So it's really good. Either way, like even you can use a Soul to link climb in it. But yeah, it's really good. I think it's good to have. And then for the synchros, these aren't in any specific order or anything like that. So for the small ones, I play for the synchro package. I play the Metal Marcher, Tatsunoko. I think I said it right that time. I don't know. And also the Herald as well. So Herald and Tatsunoko aren't necessary combo pieces. Metal Marcher is, but depending on what route you go, Tatsunoko does become a pretty good combo piece if you go the route of using this and red layer to make a Savage early. Herald is really good because you can bring it out early to make like an early negate, but really Metal Marcher is like the only kind of one that you really need. But you do need all three, but yeah. If that makes sense, you know. For the big synchros, or biggish synchros, so for the Infernoble synchros, I play the one Roland and then I play the one Charles. You only need one. If the synchro package does get hit a fair bit, you might have to bump these up a bit more depending what people come up with and what people test out. But these actually, like both of these cards are actually really broken. So Charles, when anything's equipped to anything, it non-target destroys something on the field. It will end phase, equip itself, some from the grave, from deck, you pop it. So you use this with Smoke Grenade to look at the hand, rip cards out. Roland's really good because you can actually equip it, a quick effect, equip it to Charles to give it 500 attack, and then when it's equipped, Charles pops something. And yeah, it just gives you a search as well, which is like quite nice. So in the end phase, you'll search your gear free for follow-up plays and stuff like that. So yeah, they're really good. For other two synchros, we play the Omega and the Savage. Omega is really good because if they somehow if they use something and you gamma them, you can make this early to rip another card out. But it's also, there's a combo where you make this to jump into Charles using Jet Synchron, so it kind of helps you just synchro climb per se into that. And then obviously Savage, don't need explanation, it's Savage, it's a free negate. And the other two slots are really just depending on what you're playing locals, but I play Entis and the Skull Knight. So these literally can be anything. So this could be like a Nightmare Phoenix, a Unicorn, or these cards themselves. Really, it just depends on what you're playing locals, but I just had these in there for now. Like, it might change later on, but it just depends.
Just comes down to how many Maximuses are running around.
Yeah, exactly. It just depends on that as well. And then just free tokens.
Okay, cool.
And that's it. I can do the side if you want.
Show a side, because side looks really nice.
Yeah, so side deck, so like I said, it goes well with like parts of my main deck. So first we got the one Pankratops and the two Demiro for combos, I guess. Pretty self-explanatory. I know Nibiru isn't that good right now, but I still side two just in case like a go up something that it does come up. So yeah, it's pretty good. And I'll explain the ratio thing after. Play two Ultimate Rare DD Crows because that's the only way to play it. This is really good. You know, Eldritch, Invoke, like banishing the Alistair, and stuff like that. Yeah, it's really good. And I like it at 2 as well.
Sorry to interrupt, lads. I'm just going to leave everyone probably out of here by 53,
Yeah, we'll be done in like 2 minutes.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. That's all good.
And then I also play 2 Lancia. Again, it's for Eldritch, in Rogue Dragon or whatever. Like chaining this against what's it called, Invocation is really good. And then like I guess like Dinos is really good as well. And then Orcus and stuff like that. So yeah, I play 2 Lancia as well. It's just really good. My side's always changing, so it just depends on what you play. And then for Spell and Track Removal, I play 3 Ultimate Rare Cosmic Cyclones. That's the only way to play it. Really, yeah, so that's mainly just for back row decks. I just find it a lot better than Twin at the moment because of Eldritch. Depending on what happens to Eldritch, this might become Twin Twisters, which I do have those ultis as well, which it does work out. So yeah, but yeah, 3 Cosmics right now, I'm pretty happy with 3. And then I play, again for combo, just 2 evenly matched. The reason why I play a lot of 2 ratios is just so I can cover like different matchups and so I'm not oversiding as well, so I'm like 3-3-3 and stuff like that. But yeah, even is just generally a really good card. And the last card just depends on like what your locals are. It could be anything, but I play 3 Deep Barrier. The sheer fact there's a lot of Dragmo Invoked running around, so I kind of just decided for that. And also Dragoon as well. So you just chain this to the Predator Plant, and then they can't summon Dragoon.
Solid.
So yeah, it's pretty good.
Makes sense.
Yeah, it makes sense. So basically, so that's basically main, side, and extra. So what I was saying before, so say going first, I have these 3, and then I like to have like only side, but like it's kind of hard to explain. But like so going second, I would decide like the 2 Nibiru's, the Prankotops, and the Evenlies, like so they're in like going first play these, going second play these.
5 for 5.
Yeah, 5 for 5. So like it kind of just it makes sense, and then so that's like for combos and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then I kept it the same. So if I'm versing back row decks, just side in these 5. So you take these out. Well, obviously going first, you mix it up and
Don't
stuff
really
like
have a
that.
choice,
But then, yeah. So then going second, you decide these against combo, and then also depending on your versing different decks, you have different options in the side. But
Yeah.
that was kind of just like my theory with the main deck in these 5, and then
Being
make
able
it
to
work
switch
with the side. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the profile. Hope
Cool.
you guys enjoyed. So
Awesome. Well, thank you very much for coming on. I'll see if I can get this camera to work back at the face.
Yeah.
It may have drifted a little bit as we're
That's
going
all.
along, so I apologize for that one.
it's all good.
But as always, guys, please remember to drop down below and hit that subscribe button if you are new here. And thank you very much for coming.
It's all good. Thanks for having me.
Have a good one.